Hey buddy, welcome back to the channel and to World of Warships. Today I figure I take a break from my Henri in Ranked season series to post another great Henri game from random instead. So this game that is a 3-cap domination on Land of Fire, I just happened to stumble across a clanmate of mine, Susux, in the Minotaur over at A-cap. So that is of course pretty great, because then you know you have at least one teammate that you can depend upon. So I thought I start to go towards my clanmate, maybe be able to help out securing the A-cap for the team. Usually on whatever map you play, I usually try and push the flank in my Henri, where I both have great open spaces where I can maneuver my ship, but also where it's great open spaces for the enemy team. So not so many islands for the enemy battleships to hide behind when I start my fire spam upon them. So C-cap, of course, it's not really ideal for this ship. Too many islands to run into when you're dodging around kiting with your speed boost, and also too many islands for the enemy team to hide behind. So I'm just positioning myself in my usual kiting away position, which is one of the strongest positions, I would say, for Henri in this kind of defensive stance that generates these high damage games. So enemy Sao gets spotted, so I thought I'd try to discourage him, pushing the B-cap with some fire spam. I notice that I'm targeted by one, sometimes two ships. I'm guessing that is the Curfirst that popped up on the minimap that just shot at me, so I'm just using my speed and maneuverability. Unfortunately, I eat a citadel, but that is not really a problem in this ship. I usually eat about 2 or 3 or 4 citadels sometimes in this ship during a match, but that is not really a problem, because you will always still survive, as you will see in this match as well. So our Shimakaze has parked broadside on into the cap, and there is at least one enemy destroyer spotted, and I don't really like that kind of playstyle. You see that way too often in high tier destroyer captains play, that they sit full broadside on because they want to get their torpedoes on target, but of course that makes them themselves a really great target for their enemy torpedoes. But it looks like our Shimakaze reversed enough, and hopefully he is safe. He managed to take out the enemy destroyer. So I'm just surfing around trying to support the A-cap and the B-cap simultaneously, and just trying to find some targets within my range to fire upon. Acheivements managed to spot the enemy Z-46, and here is a kind of a hairy situation for Acheivements, so of course I will try to support him as much as possible with my main armaments. If I just could hit this guy. Because of course Acheivements should never take a gunfight with a German DD, since they have those great German hydroacoustic, great guns and smoke, of course. But I managed to set the enemy destroyer on permafire, and I also broke his rudder, I think. So he's kind of hurting. I managed to land a couple of shots here and there, but our Shima is also really low, unfortunately. I'm not really sure if the Shima is just spotted or if he's spotted by the German hydroacoustic, but it looks like he has been able to survive with just a sliver of health. But as you can see, my damage counter goes up, so I know there's a permafire on the Z, and I managed to burn him down and kill him. So far this looks like a pretty good game. We have pretty much total map control. We almost took C cap, but we have A and B, and we managed to kill 2 out of the 3 enemy destroyers. So it's looking good, and we only lost a battleship so far, but as you know what we say in randoms, things can unfold very quickly. You should never scream victory too early, so to speak. So, since I see a pretty big blob of enemy ships concentrated around the sea cap, we also have a couple of enemy ships on the A cap as well, but since I'm closer to the C cap, I thought I lend my long range fire support to my teammates over here. The problem is we have not that many ships spotted. We have destroyers in smoke screens, and also enemy fleet is pretty well covered in smoke screens as well. Enemy Kurfürst pops up, so of course he will become a very big, nice, juicy target for me to shoot at. Because the deck of the German battleships are pretty much made out of gasoline and paper. They really love to catch fire. So I'm just trying to bully away this Kurfürst so he isn't able to support the rest of his team. And then I will try and switch targets. I just want to try and create as many permafires as possible on this guy. We have enemy ships contesting the A cap, but we also have a Lenin, a Fletcher, and I think it's my clanmate in his Minotaur at the A cap. So they should be able to handle those ships. I am just continuing burning down this battleship. And the thing is, when you're sitting like this, just kiting the enemy and pretty much spam fires upon them, The battleships usually try and punish you for a couple of salvos, but after a couple of salvos, when they realize that they are just wasting their salvos pretty much because they can't hit you, or if they hit you, they just do like ship damage, then they pretty much just stop shooting at you and try to shoot other targets instead. And then you can just continue to farm with impunity. And it's pretty much in this position that the Henri just becomes totally beast mode, so to speak, because the enemy battleships can't really do anything except run. And if they do, you have all the ability in the world to chase them down, because you're pretty much the same speed as a destroyer with the French speed boost. And this is pretty much the main issue for a Henri player. When the team isn't able to spot. You see this? I eat a massive salvo from this curve first. I guess that was maybe a triple citadel, but it's totally okay. I have no problems surviving, as you've seen in my earlier videos in the Henri, where you can pretty much take on 3-4 ships with 13k health. And when the 4 ships are done, you have 12k health left, so I don't really have a problem sitting here, continue to just spam these enemy ships. The only problem is that I need someone to actually spot them, and our Shimakaze for some reason is really out of position. And I'm not really sure why he's so far behind the battleship on our team. So I'm just pinging the Shimakaze, hoping that he will be able to help me out, just to do some spotting. Because that's pretty much the only downside to the Henri. If you need to push straight into the enemy fleet to spot for yourself, then you become a much easier target for them to shoot. So that is pretty much a suicide mission. The only way you should push in with Henri is when it's one versus one pretty much. And then the Henri is really strong. Because you can take a 1 versus 1 with pretty much any cruiser or any battleship. Because usually they are not able to blap you in a 1 salvo, and then you can pretty much just rush them with your speed and your great torp angles. So, and of course, as you will see later on in this video, where I face a enemy Minotaur, you don't really have a problem doing that, because you can punch straight through the Minotaur's bow armor and citadel him straight from the front. But I won't really be needing that effect in this game, fortunately. For some reason the curve first thinks something is funny, but I'm not really sure what he thought was funny, since we killed him off. And even though it looks pretty grim right now for our team, we're only 2 ships versus 3, and the enemy has pretty much all the caps. Well, you shouldn't, as I said before, scream victory too early in randoms, especially when it's a Henri on the enemy team. So here I pretty much just try to maneuver for possible incoming torps, and I'm just waiting for the Minotaur to go bow in so I can just punch straight through his bow armor and citadel him. But then he actually turns around and show full broadside, and well, 240 caliber guns, you don't survive that kind of mistake. Not in a Minotaur and not in any cruiser in this game. And the Minotaur said in chat that he didn't really expect that outcome. I don't really know why he didn't expect that outcome, but I think many Minotaur players think that they at least will be safe if they just go bow in, but not against a enemy Henri, because as I said, you will punch straight through your bow. So now it's only one ship left on the enemy team, and our Shimakaze is capping the sea cap. But now I just need some spotting, because if I get spotting, I know I can kill these enemy battleships. I'm not really nervous about my low health pool. I only have 12k health, but I know I can out-tank an enemy battleship. Here I actually tried to slow down and stay behind this island to be able to stealth fire him in perfect safety, but I just glided out, of course full broadside as well, and got spotted. So of course I couldn't really sit and wait for my ship to reverse, so instead I just engaged Beast speed boost and went for my regular kiting position instead. And in this situation I know we have won this game, and that could probably sound a bit cocky, and if I was playing any other cruiser in this game I would probably totally agree with you, but since I pretty much mastered this ship, I know what kind of potential it has. Potential for damage and potential for tanking. So I have no problem. Even my clanmate says in chat that I should stop shooting and just disengage. Problem is, with me running the legendary module, I have like 17-18k detection, so I can't really disengage even if I wanted to, but in this situation I don't want to. As you see, he already has stopped firing at me because he can't really damage me. So this is just free farming. So I got the devastating strike before, and now I got the high caliber. I'm up at the 220,000 damage. I got the wither as well. And I know this game is won. And that is why you never leave a low health Henri left alive. So almost 600,000 credits, 9,300 experience, and of course those medals: Wither, Devastating Strike, Dreadnought, High Caliber. These are the regular suspects. You get these pretty much every other game that you play in this ship. 246k damage, 3 kills, a lot of fires. 2,500 base experience. I have to compliment the Shima, of course, as well. He played a really great game. So as you can see, 80,000 out of the Kurfürst, pretty much all the health of the Minotaur, 43,000, 62,000 from the other Kurfürst. I don't know if that was the guy laughing at me or what. Almost 50,000 damage from the key as well. So this ship just murder battleships. So that said, I want to thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Please leave a like and a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more amazing gameplays. Until next time guys, have a good one. Bye bye.